Well, let's take a look at our grain market activity today, shall we? And get you updated on our current quotes provided by Bar Chart. Well, let's go to the corn board and see what's going on. Well, this is interesting. After a softer overnight trade and a weaker start, we now have March corn trading 2 3/4 higher at 686.5. And we have December now a penny and 3/4 higher. We're now at 591.5. So a turnaround in the corn market. Soybeans are lower. We have March down 4 3/4 cents. We're at 1530.5, and that's about 7 cents off of its overnight high. Yet you have July down 8 1/4 at 1511 1/4. New crop November soybeans currently trading about 5 1/4 lower, and we're at 1362 1/4 at the moment. Now on the wheat in Chicago, wow, things are turning around here. After March set a low of 742, we're now all the way back up to 758.5. You talk about some choppy markets. We are seeing that in spades today here in the grains. We're now 5 3/4 cents higher on that nearby March Chicago wheat. July now up 4 3/4 cents. So if you don't like the market price, just apparently stick around for 5 or 10 minutes and it will change. Well, as we take a look at some of the other markets, I see where Kansas City wheat is currently trading about 4 cents higher right now. Let's see, we have the March contract at 877 3/4, and you have July currently 4 higher at 862.5. The Minneapolis wheat also has turned higher today, March 2 higher at 923.5. I want to go to the phone and bring in Ben Hushon of the mill in Whitehall, Maryland, and chat about conditions in the Mid-Atlantic region. All right, so here we are in the midst of winter, Ben, and Tim Ross brought up the radar screen here a little bit ago. Looks like maybe you're getting a little bit of that precip in that area there. Probably can't do too much outside, but I just wondered what the farmers are up to today.
Good morning, Marlin. I tell you, it just hit me while I was on hold listening to the weather forecast. The folks in the Midwest and the West probably hit the mute button the last few weeks, and they're going to want to hit it again. We continue in our geography to have a mild, very mild winter. We continue to have a little bit of moisture, just enough, quite honestly, to keep the farmers out of the fields. And you think, what in the world would farmers be doing right now? Walked into a farm yesterday, and the fellow was sitting down, and he said, listen, we haven't been able to cut wood along the edge of fields to clean up. We have not been able to spread lime, and we still have potash that we want to get spread prior to spring rolling, and the ground just continues to not be fit because we're above freezing every day, and pretty much the showers, I believe, have stopped in the 7-10 day forecast, other than these TV movie snow flurries that we're getting right now.
I would imagine that's got to be great for the winter wheat crop, though.
You know, it's funny. So for the viewers, I stopped this morning and jumped out and grabbed a picture of a wheat field, and everybody's kind of scratching their head. We got wheat in on time in this geography, but we definitely had a dry fall. And as I said we haven't had but one Christmas week was the only time we were really harshly cold. No snow cover, and it's just interesting. The wheat is there. It looks okay, but it doesn't look exciting. It tillered out okay, and when I think about the timeliness of planting and how little it has tillered out so far, it surprises me, but it does remind us that we had a very dry fall, but there are opportunities, some humic acids and nitrogen on it the first chance we can. And also, just my opinion, I think the state of Maryland's going to let us on our wheat fields before March 1st this year with how mild the winter is so far.
Interesting stuff. All right. Well, it is that time of year, but it's time to put on your thinking cap and make all your plans for this coming planting season. Well, Ben, thank you for the update. Always good to hear from you, and try and stay dry out there if you can. Ben Hushon of the mill with us. He is from Whitehall, Maryland. Now, we'll take a break here, and we'll come back, and I'll take a look at the latest livestock trade on the futures market right after this.